like I finally like bit the bullet, quit my job, moved to LA, moved in with some of the people I met through the journey of actually going through SLM. I was networking with guys who had startups, guys who had 9-figure businesses. It was insane. I had 5 hours. I used to tell Sam, how do I make that 5 hours count for social stuff? People see you in the city and they're like, whoa, like, who's that guy? That's worth the investment in itself, right? Just having amazing relationships with people around the world.
I am with SLM member, Social Life Mentoring member, Mr. Hasimran. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, my friend. Yeah, man. This is really cool. I've been talking to Sam for so long, and we're finally meeting in LA. This is us face to face, probably the first time in 2 years I've been in SLM.
2 years.
So yeah, man, this has been such a journey.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now we're living together, bro.
Yeah, we're living together for the next week or so, and yeah, man, it's been really interesting.
Crazy, man. So talk us through exactly like where you were like 2 years. So 2 years we've known each other for 2 years. Where were you 2 years ago? And what's been kind of the journey for you in SLM, what you've learned and everything. So where were you 2 years ago?
So as you all know, 2 years ago we were going through a global pandemic.
For our safety.
Our safety. Stuck inside every single day. Guys, there was no social life, anything. I was stuck. I was trying to, at that time, I had just graduated college. I was working on a startup in college, and that didn't work out, didn't pan out the way I wanted to. So I was just kind of at a loss of where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. And I was thinking about, man, like there's nothing going on. I'm not talking to anybody. And I just needed some help in terms of figuring out, how do I network with movers and shakers in my city, on the internet? Because at the time I was talking to a lot of people on Twitter, trying to get, a little more engagement on some of these the space is called Money Twitter, if you haven't heard of it, on Money Twitter on Twitter, right? So that was such an interesting time, and that at that time I found Sam's content, and I was like, wow, this is really useful. I need to create a killer social circle. Like, I really wanted to have the best people, the best whatever, everybody being awesome in my group. And it's been such a crazy journey last 2 years. I mean, you've seen it. Like I quit my job 3 months ago, and I'd been working. I had side business and everything, but it's like I finally bit the bullet, quit my job, moved to LA, moved in with some of the people I met through the journey of actually going through SLM,
Crazy.
And it's like now we're all building businesses together, we're all doing things together, and it's just been such a crazy journey. I mean, how do you think, just seeing me kind of going through that journey, what do you think about that?
Absolutely. I think biggest one has been your confidence from where you were 2 years ago now to you're in the, everything was locked down, there was no momentum, and now seeing you momentum, leaving your job, moving from cities to another city you didn't even know you had that many connections in, and now look at you've got so many connections, going out to dinner. I mean, we just went out to a cafe and bumped into legendary producer Christopher Nolan. Like, that's how crazy it is. You know what I mean? So going back to it, what were some of the struggles that you found that you were really, really suffering with? And you said it was in lockdown, but even after lockdown, what were the things you were struggling with, and what were the things that you learned in SLM that you were able to apply mostly?
So I think everybody struggles with, and this is probably one of the biggest struggles that you will face trying to build a social circle, is where is everybody at? Where is everybody at? Is everybody at the, do I go to the clubs? Do I go to the cafe? Where do I go, right? And Sam was great in terms of guiding me into finding something called, I think he called it the circuit. What is it called?
Yeah.
The idea is like all the elite players in your city, all the best players in your city go to the same fucking places, right? The same places. So just that alone, knowing that, I was like, oh, I thought of 3 places. And then by going there, I met these people and I met this person. And then they said, oh, we're going to be here this weekend. Then we're going to do this and this. And slowly I worked my way into a circuit. And, that helped me. I was in the Bay Area. I was networking with guys who had startups. I was networking with guys who had literally 9-figure businesses. Like, it was insane, right? And this is me at the same time, I'm building my own business. I was running a solar company at the time, and it's just and I'm working a job, by the way. So I was out.
So
This
you
is
had
insane.
no time.
No time. Period. Like I was always. I had 5 hours. I used to tell Sam, I had 5 hours. How do I make that 5 hours count for social stuff, right? Because guess what? Like this is how I used to run my day. I used to sit in the back of my car, close like I had a tech sales job, right? So I did tech sales calls. Then I jumped out my car and with my team of 6 people, I knocked doors, door to door, selling solar. And then I went back to my car. I took 2 more sales calls and went out and knocked more doors. And that's how my day used to go. So I had no time, right? I had maybe 2 hours if I was lucky, right? And then, you have gym, you have other stuff that you want to do as well. So you just don't know how to do that. That's what helped. Like knowing the places to go to was so critical and to understand. Like that was huge for me.
I think a big thing too with your social skills, learning how to be able to talk the talk, being able to be that guy, kind of the guy that just gets it, if you know what I mean. I think that's what you got. You were from a guy that didn't get it to understanding, things like the emotional bank account, learning the understanding of value, learning reciprocity, and so those things. How did they shape you? Those concepts in terms of the social skills area.
Yeah, those things are super important because you guys have to understand, like, the world runs on social. Like, it's not the guys who are the best engineers who run the world. It's not the guys who are the best at, build Bitcoin or whatever the hell it is that you do. It's the guys who can talk, and the guys who can talk to the right people, and the guys who can create and be these connectors and talk to other people. Like, this is such a crucial skill. And all those things that Sam taught me about, having that emotional bank account, creating all these connections, not only helped me in my sales, because I obviously have a business, I'm trying to do sales, I'm trying to create an emotional bank account with my customers, but I also helped me in the social life, right? I mean, think about, all the movers and shakers in your city. Like, I know, okay, I can do this for them, and they'll like me. And, I would give them game on how to run certain business ops. I would help them do it something else or this or that. And it helped me so much in terms of building the networks and the connections that I needed to kind of push myself forward. I mean, 2 years later now, look at, I've quit my job. I'm running my own business, doing exceedingly well in all things that I try to do. And, it's only been growing and it's only been scaling. So
well, I can remember things, you coming to me and being like, yo, I want to get to know these people. And I was like, that's a big ask. We like to have abundance and anyone can come, but you were like, no, I want to get to know them. And then for you to be able to do those kind of things, that was pretty crucial. Yep. When I saw that, I was just like, man, this guy can he can talk the talk. He wants to, he had no time. And so to be able to be like, all right, when I said to him, implement this, implement that, you did those things and you got the results. So what would you say to someone that's on the fence, like, oh, I don't know, I like the concepts? What would you say to him that you've experienced in your life and your transformation that he might not know, that he may go on the journey for, like you did?
The most important things to invest in are the things that are these skill sets that are gonna leverage you into everything in the future, right? Think about, like, it's even down to the I know Sam helps a lot with, like, relationships and all this other stuff. Those are important things to invest in. These are very important skills to learn, because every aspect, it's not just the money, it's not just this, or it's not just that. This is the skill set that's going to make you happy long term in life. It's not just, hey, and, like, having a friend group where I can call anytime, I could talk about my problems with them. About and they're killers, and they're guys who understand the crypto game, and they're vulnerable with me as well. Like, that's a crazy thing to have in your life, right? So that's worth the investment in itself, right? Just having amazing relationships with people around the world, but then not only that, building a crazy social circle where you're like, people see you in the city and they're like, whoa, like, who's that guy? Yep. Oh my God, he has motion in the city. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. Right? So the same thing, like, that's super important.
Well, think about that. You moved down here, you're living, we're all living together. You got, you're driving a supercar around. Like, you're doing some crazy, going to after parties, going to parties. I mean, we got LA Fashion Week coming up. We're going to there, VIP front row.
We went to a premiere of Dune.
Yeah,
like, the movie. Yeah. Like, that's insane, right? So it's like
red carpet
stuff. Really interesting, connecting with all these interesting people. We're like, we go to this, like, I'm not gonna say the steakhouse because I don't like to give away my
Yeah.
spots, but like we go there, it's locked down. The valets move the car, they leave the cars out front. We walk in, and they cop half our meals every day. And we went in during Valentine's Day, and it was like a couple of our guys, and we're like, oh man, we need seats. They put us front seat, and I know like we walked past Jason Derulo, like he was there, and he walked past us, and we were sitting in the fucking front.
Damn.
Like over everybody else, so that's crazy.
Getting like celebrity treatment beyond a celebrity.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
insane. So, yeah, man, that's been kind of my SLM journey.
That's epic, bro. I'm very, very happy for it.
Yep.
Apart from that, any last words that you might say?
You know, I think this is something that you need to invest in. It's not something that you can just push off because, you know, I think one, we're all getting older. We're all trying to build something, and you need to have the relationships to do it. You're not going to do it alone. You're not going to do it. And I know for myself, like I love to sit down and work, but at a certain point, you need to make these decisions because, you know, maybe you want to have a family. Maybe you want to at least, you know, feel rich, you know? Sometimes, like, I know guys who don't feel rich, but they sit at home all day. Of course you're not going to feel rich. You want to go out, have people, like, talk to you like you're like, whoa, like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You need to build status, right? So that's just, like, the biggest thing, man. So
My G.
yeah.
Fucking pleasure, my friend.